Hi, welcome back to another Saturday Car Conversation, you guys. Y'all, I'm super excited about today's topic. So let's jump right on in. So today, my topic is it all starts with a goal. Simple as that. It all starts with the goal. So you can't get any place you've never been without a plan, correct? I've never been to Arizona. So if I'm going to drive there, I've got a map quested so I'll know how to get there, correct? I can't just get in my car and just start driving because I have no idea where I'm going. If I've never been to your house, I've got to have a MapQuest layout of how to get there. That's the plan to get where you are because I've never been to your home, so therefore I don't know how to get there, correct? So everything that you do, you have to have a plan or you're not going to be able to get there. And then number two, I said set your goal. Now, here's the thing. You need to set two types of goals. You need to set a short-term goal and a long-term goal. Okay, so you need to set that short-term goal that says, okay, in the next 3 months or the next 6 months, 4 months, 5 months, whatever it is, I need to have completed this. And then once you've completed this, whatever this is, then you set that long-term goal to say, okay, so now that I've gotten this done, and your short-term goal could be for whatever it is that you want to accomplish for the rest of this year, because this year's not over yet. Okay, so that can be your short-term goal. And then you say, okay, now for my long-term goal, for which is 2021, I want to accomplish all of these things. So again, you need those two goals. You need to have those. And then you need to set SMART goals. And let's unpackage that for a minute. SMART goals, as most of you know, they are specific. When I say specific, don't just put down, I want to lose weight. Okay, that's a goal, but specifically, how much weight do you want to lose? I want to be able to run long distance. Okay, but be specific. How far are you trying to run? You understand where I'm going with that? So make it as specific as possible. And then it needs to be measurable. You need to be able to measure your progress as you achieve your goal. If it's weight loss, because that's easy to talk about, if it's weight loss, then you need to be able to measure your weight loss. That means you need to be able to get on the scale once a week. Or in my case, I get on the scale the first of every month. And then I don't touch the scale again until the first of the next month. However that works for you. So if you want to measure yourself and take your weight bi-weekly, then you do that. And you keep a log where you can track all of that stuff in to see your progress. And then it needs to be achievable. The worst thing that you can do for yourself is to set a goal that's so far away that there's no way there is no way until you know what's that you're going to get there. So don't set a goal. Again, let's talk about weight loss. Don't set a goal saying that you want to lose 100 pounds in 60 days because you have a family reunion coming up. Now, can you do it? You probably could. Is it healthy to do it that way? I'm pretty sure it is not. So again, you need to make your goals achievable. If you want to start a YouTube channel, set achievable goals to get there. Okay, set up the channel. And then you say, okay, well, I'm just starting out, so I'm going to do one video a week. Don't say, well, I think I'm going to jump out there and I'm going to do 4 videos a week because that's what Michelle is doing. Michelle's been doing this for a while. At least, 4 years now? And so I've had to work up to this. And if when my schedule changes, like right now, because of the pandemic, we're working from home. So when I get off work, I'm already at home. I'm not trying to commute home and then try to get my videos done because I'm losing daylight doing that. I log off, bam, I can go and get videos done and start uploading them. But that's because of where we are right now. But I'm saying to you, don't jump out there trying to do what you see somebody else doing. Make sure your goals are achievable. And then they need to be relevant. Okay, relevant. I think I meant to write realistic. Let's go with realistic. Your goals need to be realistic, okay? Because again, my handwriting is not the best. I think that's what I actually wrote down. But they need to be realistic. Don't write down goals that are not realistic. So I can't write down a goal saying that I want to be a white woman because that's not going to happen. because I am not. Even if I were to bleach my skin, I am still a black woman under the surface. My skin may be bleached, but I'm still a black woman. So they need to be realistic. And then they need to be time bound. So what you don't do is write down a goal saying, I want to save $10,000, but you don't put a time restriction on that. You just say, I want to save $1,000. Okay, well, how much time? You need to come up with the time. You need to say, okay, in a year, I want to save $10,000. Can you do it? Of course you can. Of course you can. It's going to take some discipline, some hard work, but you can do it. You might have to take on a second job, but you can do it. But it needs to have a set time, along with it, so that you don't just put that goal out there and it's just sitting and you haven't done anything with it. Now, then you need to set goals that motivate you. The worst thing, again, one of the other worst things that you can do is set a goal that doesn't motivate you. If I said I'm going to set a goal of knitting 2 scarves a month, well, it doesn't motivate me because I'm not a knitter. Now, I think knitting is great for those that love to do it, but it's not my thing. So I need to make sure that my goal is that it motivates me, because that would not motivate me. Doing videos motivates me. Exercise motivates me. So don't pick things that don't motivate you, because you're not going to stick with it. And then write your goals down and keep them where you can see them. I didn't bring my vision book out, but you guys have seen them before. All of my goals for various areas that I have broken down in there are written out. So I take that book sometimes, and I'm keeping it real with y'all, because we family, okay? We kinfolk. Sometimes if I'm going to the bathroom, I'll be there for a minute, I take my vision book with me. Why? Because it gives me something to do while I'm in the bathroom. But I can go through and look at my goals. I take it when I was going to work. I take it with me, and I pull out my vision book on the train, and I keep my goals right here in front of my face. You know why? Because I don't want to lose sight of what it is that I want to do. So make sure that you write your goals down. Now you can say, oh, I got it up here. Honey, let me tell you something. If you asked me what did I do last Tuesday, I couldn't even tell you, to be honest with you, because I do so many things during the course of the week. Nothing about last Tuesday really stands out. So I have no idea. But if I write that goal in that book, I can flip back, or in my journal or what have you, I can flip back and tell you what I did. And then last but not least, adjust your goals when necessary. Every now and then you are going to have to adjust your goals, because sometimes you're going to be traveling along and bam, you hit a block in the road. So you've now got to adjust. Now, whether you go to my right and your left, or to your left and my right, that's going to be up to you. But every now and then you may have to adjust your goals. And it's not that you're giving up. You're not giving up. You're just making the necessary adjustments so that you can achieve the goals that you've set for yourself. And it's nothing wrong with that. If you are, let's say you want to start a business, and you had some investors, some backers, whatever, and you were counting on them to start that business, right? And they decided to back out. Well, you don't want to abandon the whole project, but you're not able to do the project without the financing that they promised. So you're going to now have to readjust some things. You're going to have to go back to the drawing board, regroup, and come up with a plan B. But you don't lose sight of the goal. All you're doing is adjusting it. So you're going to still get to the same end result, but how you get there may be a little different. Again, getting there, you're on a straight and narrow path, but sometimes you may have to veer off just a little bit to be able to come back and get on path. Okay? So that's all I have. Let me do a quick recap, and I promise I'm going to let you be. So today we talked about it all starts with a goal. I said, number one, you can't get any place that you've never been without a plan. And that's just common sense right there. You can't go any place that you have never been. I mean, you have never been there in your life without a plan. How you going to get there? And then number two, I said, set your goal. So I talked about setting both a short-term goal and a long-term goal. That is necessary. You definitely need that. And then I talked about setting a SMART goal. It needs to be specific. It needs to be measurable. It needs to be achievable. It needs to be, what was my R? Relevant. I did write relevant on it. on here. And then it needs to be time bound. So it needs to be specific, a SMART goal. And then I said, set goals that motivate you. Don't set goals that motivate somebody else, because you're not going to stick with it. And then I said, write your goals down and keep them where you are at all time. Well, to the extent possible, so you can see them. It could be that you're doing a vision board. And if that works for you, that's great. Vision boards don't work for me because I've shared with you all before. I like to write down notes. And sometimes I need to get in there with my whiteout strip and write, rewrite some things. Having a vision board is great, but to me, it's just a bunch of pictures. I need to write stuff. I'm a writer. And then lastly, I said adjust your goals when necessary. Every now and then, you will have to adjust the goals that you've set for yourself. Sometimes it may be a little bit, sometimes it may be a lot, and sometimes you may have to rewrite the whole plan, because what you wrote out is just not going to happen the way you wanted it to. And that's all right, too. You just go back to the drawing board, come up with something new, and then keep it moving. Yeah, that's all I have. Thank you so much to my newest subscribers. Thank you so much to those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. I love you all to the moon and back, and y'all know the drill. There's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing at all. Until next time, take care.